own family and everything. Let's not get
Look
involved
after
in
yourself
this.
first.
Look at yourself. Look at yourself first. So we are trying to break that mentality that in looking after ourselves, we need to be involved with the state of the nation, the policies of the nation, because it affects us as well. So I myself in my office, we have done as much engagement as possible with the young people, because the generation nowadays is not the generation of the old. They do not like to be told. They do not like to have a top-down kind of a conversation, but an equal par conversation where they can ask questions, where they can give their opinions, and I engage them as young as they can be, from especially in the secondary school and SPM leavers. That's when they formulate their perspective, their worldview, and also opinions on things.
I was just about to say, if you look at your social media posting, you have been very targeted at engaging those SPM leavers, those who are actually going for SPM, and providing even tuition support, really. Very interesting move that the DAP has done to get the youth. And it's at that level where people are engaged and interested to hear?
Yeah, I think so. And to that sense, then they reach a level where they're actually wondering about what's next for their life.
What's next for them?
So there is a transitional period. So in transition, it's very important, in my view, to give guidance, to give a role model to them that they, as young people, can make a choice for their future, and what their future will be depending on their habits and also things they do right now. So that's where we engage them, we encourage them, we inspire them to be the best version of themselves, and also eventually bring whatever talents, knowledge, abilities that they have to invest into others, to invest into our nation.
So then the question here is, should our political structure then evolve and change? You've advocated for local council elections. Successive governments have failed to deliver on that per se. You've pushed for it. Why is it that we don't see us transforming the way how we deliver politics? Because fundamentally, I think if you want to get younger people engaged, they have to see it, feel it, express it, and experience it. And local council elections is a great way also to build the next pool of talent. Why is it that the government is not pursuing it?
I think when I was advocating for this, I was specifically advocating for local council elections in Sarawak.
Yes,
I understand that in the federal level, there has been some limitations, and even some ministers may say it's not a priority. It doesn't mean that it's not something that they're pursuing, at least at this period of time. But why Sarawak is a bit special is because, based on the Malaysian Agreement 1963, when the federation was formed, there was certain autonomy that was given to Sarawak and Sabah. This includes our local authorities ordinance. In Sarawak, would be Local Authorities Ordinance in 1948. So we are not tied by the Local Government Act of 1976. Thus, actually, Sarawak, who has been leading the way in many sectors and many regions, in my view, could make that next step.
they could, but they're not.
Yeah, that is why I'm advocating, because we want to get the grassroots levels involvement in the democratic process. Politics is not just an elite's game. It's not just the top level. It should permeate towards every single layers and central levels, including the grassroots levels. That's why I'm a very big proponent for, or a big supporter of local council elections, especially in Sarawak, to lead the way for Malaysia.
So what's the progress, right? Have you got any clarity when we can see something like this at least take place in Sarawak?
Of course, it's slow. Let's be honest. There are people that are against the idea because the current system works in the favor of certain people. But at the end of the day, certain public policy takes time. A right idea at a wrong timing, when people are not ready or when the stakeholders are not properly engaged, will not work efficiently or achieve this on target. So that is where awareness, advocacy, and also basically uniting people on like-minded aspirations in Sarawak from both divides of the political divide in pushing this. And I hope, and of course it's my aspiration, that Sarawak can lead the way, especially in local democracy.
So building on this topic, I mean, you are a federal MP from Sarawak. Do you struggle with the conflict of wearing the federal hat and wearing the state hat? Whether you are a proponent of or part of the unity government at the federal level, but you sit in the opposition as the AP in Sarawak, is there a conflict? Do you feel yourself compromising your values, integrity as a result of this process?
Not really. I actually see an opportunity to actually promote something that the Malaysian democracy has never seen. How you can be constructive on the federal level as a part of the federal government, and still be also a constructive opposition on the state level.
But it can create a lot of tension, isn't it? There are a lot of areas where there are disagreements and dissonance. And we'll talk about that later on MA63.
I think, at least on my party side, there has the aspirations, the principles, and also things that we've been fighting over the years. It's not contradictory to what